Yeah, I like RVMD. I mean, it looks like the drug clearly works. You don't know what the long term holds for the RAS. Not 100% clear how RAS is going to shake out, so signing huge valuations now is probably a mistake. I have to create a patent viewer. Let me see if I can do that. Should I program that, or should I just go to the patent website and YOLO? Go vibe code it. Start with React. Our company is called DL Software. We make the software that I demo every single day. It's called godel terminal. We've raised $5 million so far. Working on a couple things. You'll see it when they're ready, I guess. Bonds, bond data. Bond data is a big one. Maybe, yeah, some private market stuff we're working on. I have no opinion on gold. I wouldn't be trading it if I were you. What's wrong with Mamdani? I mean, he's a socialist. I think we're raising our next round at 100. We'll see. I try to be conservative with valuation. I'm short all the risk assets, so basically just being short the market, right? Oklo, Joby, Quantum, it's all going to zero. Mac's terrible for financial analysis. That is true. It's good for programming. Why is socialism per se a bad thing? Well, we do have something, I don't think I've shown you this yet, but we allow you to connect your brokerage. So I'm taking a page out of the flood playbook. I can't talk today. And Flood is a legend for all you plebs who don't know. Flood's like my big brother or my little brother. I don't know, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, let me see here. Okay, here's our Grafana, straight from the Grafana. We have 430 people have connected their brokerage accounts. $71 million have connected. Thank you guys. That's just a small fraction of the Godel users. If you extrapolate it, it'd be, you know, in the billions. So, thank you. I'm really excited about what we're gonna do with that. And then in terms of Hyperliquid, I didn't know I could integrate it. Ooh la la. I need more crypto degens working here. But, you know, the problem with a lot of crypto degen programmers is they're not great programmers. They're just like kind of vibey kind of, when I say vibey, I don't mean vibe coding. I mean more like unpredictable. They're not the corporate types. Like they got into crypto to get out of being corporate. Okay, so you can make an API here. Restricted jurisdiction. Okay, we do, I mean, that's all the more reason why we got to start a foreign subsidiary. Wanting to do for some time here. I know what a VPN is, okay? I've invented the VPN, all right? Like, I don't know what a VPN is. You're talking to a master hacker. Okay? Very elite. No. I mean, you know, it's all love. Foundation, I never trusted the foundation model as much as just having a foreign subsidiary. I know the guys like the foundations, but, you know, I've never done a foundation. No, Quantum doesn't really provide a business case. There's no business case that I can think of, and I'm pretty creative. Okay, so here's user state. So are these your users or Hyperliquid users? Account state. You must set the public key to the main wallet. These are good docs, man. These are great docs. Multi-sig order, perp deploy. So we can deploy our own, what? Registering a perp dex and assets. Foundations are best practice for crypto, for sure. Hey, why do you think I'm an audio engineer? Some of you need to, I don't want to go back to the old me. I left that person behind. Yeah, I do want to work on RVMD. I was going to look at some patents. So I actually haven't used React Router. Yeah, maybe in another life I'd be an audio engineer, but not this life. I don't know anything about NEUP. I never heard of it before. It's some microcap, right? I'd rather not look at these microcaps at the moment. Okay, so port 5174. You know my port 5173 is always busy. You know this. Come on, you know this. Everybody asks me this anytime I trade an option. Why calls? Why puts? Why would you short it? Why when I short it this, why don't you buy puts? When I buy puts, why don't you short it? Man, it's the same thing. It's delta. How much delta do you want? Read a book. Why don't you look at free cash flow, but look at net income when modeling? Because they're the same thing for most companies, especially biotech and software companies, same thing. net income must converge to free cash flow over time. I mean, if you're modeling changes in CapEx, you're a little too close to the metal. CapEx is very important, but you know, at the end of the day, the economic performance of the business is what we care about. And as much as CapEx is critical, the job of the model is to understand in the long run what is the net income cash flow performance, the regularized or static kind of solid state, you know, long-term cash performance of the company, which it doesn't really matter. Use free cash flow or net income. If the difference is material, then you're not, you know, model's not going to help you make the investment. Yeah, I mean, you can do the whole three statement model, but it's just sort of how much time do you have? And can you really forecast a company's CapEx in the long run? That's, you know, basically impossible. I looked at the Argentinian swap. That's not really my business. I handle my business. Don't ever say I don't handle my business. Yeah, it depends on your seat, Kevin. I would say in the hedge fund world, no, three statements is a little excessive. In the banker world, you know, it's a little more common. What do I think about peptides? They're small proteins, about 40 amino acids or less. That's a peptide. What's your question? Like asking, what do you think about small molecules? You never tried Forex? Man, I've traded more foreign currency than you can imagine. Never tried Forex. Anytime you buy a foreign stock, you're trading Forex. I mean, you play too much, man. Don't play with me. Oh, I'm sorry, Workout. You don't like the stream? That's too bad. Let me suggest you some other streams to check out. You can check out Destiny, Meet Kevin. There's some good stuff out there. Yeah, go watch Hassan Abi. Matt Kors, yeah, check Matt Kors out.
Hate it when people make money. Ugh. Hate corporates. They're making too much when they sell their products and make profits. Ugh. Makes me sick. Let's vote Mom Dunny. New York City, this city should be free.
Do I watch stand-up? I do stand-up. The city should be affordable. Why? Why should the city be affordable? Why? Why we can't have a successful city? We have to be like Detroit? Why? Because you said so? I grew up in these streets, poor as dirt, Albanian. That man is from Uganda. Rich kid, you think he knows how to fight? Stop it. You want to make New York a poor city? Great, go ahead. Why can't we just have a successful city that just gets more and more successful every year, that more and more rich people flock to? Oh God, that'd be terrible. All those people making money and paying taxes. Oh, quick, stop it. Stop it before prosperity takes over. That'd be awful. Can't have that. Let's ruin it. Let's ruin it before it's too late. Rich don't pay taxes? Word? Yeah, rich don't pay taxes. You ever pay capital gains tax, boy? That's because you wouldn't know. I guess you wouldn't know.
I guess we'll never know.
But you ever make a trade that's successful, you pay 50% taxes. 50 if you live in New York. 50. Do you understand me? 50. You live here and you make a successful trade. 50. Short-term capital gains tax. Something you've never had to deal with. It is what it is. I don't care. You want to make me pay 60, 70. But what happens if you lose? Oh, you don't get no rebate. Stinky broke trash. You can't use a shell company. What does that mean, shell company? What does that even mean? It's a company you own? I have a shell company. Yeah. It's a shell company. I saw it on TV once. Sounds cool. My life is a movie. BlackRock manipulating. GPT-5 thinking is like legit dumb. That's good. Make missiles. Good. Good. Go do that. Go stick to something you're good at. Thinking, investing, money, that's not your strong suit, man. Make the missiles. We need good missiles. I trust you make good missiles. I really do. Please make better missiles. The more the better. I use Chatgpt 5 thinking. You cannot use O3. The only thing I could do that's better is Chatgpt 5 Pro, which takes a while. But I think doing it right once would have worked better. 3 million units of Rubin in 2026. 9 dies per CoWoS wafer. Nvidia will produce 6 million AI GPUs in 2026. Whoa, that's A lot more than consensus, I think. Let's see. Depends on the price. If you assume that's 50K a GPU, that's, well, fiscal 26 or fiscal 27 is somewhat similar. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's about right. Yeah, Ruben should be even more expensive. I agree. QBTS? Bro, never buy the stock of a fraudulent company. Never. Looking very attractive today. What looks attractive about QBTS? ARCT, Elector, there's a bunch of binaries coming up. BTQ is even more fraudulent. Do you not learn? I like BTQ. It's like BTC, but quantum. Imagine if they got all the value of Bitcoin. The stock would be up a lot. I should buy some. I don't know what happened. It's down a lot. I thought it was quantum Bitcoin. Why is it down? Why isn't it like quantum Bitcoin? The price looks low to me. It's only at 10. Maybe it'll go to 50. It's just a dip. Dip is normal. We buy the dip. Yeah, I mean, quantum computing could theoretically crack Bitcoin. Well, we might have some time before that happens. We might not. We don't know. But I don't see how a publicly traded company is going to help any of that. I don't care if it goes down 99%. I have diamond hands. I don't want to take a 50% loss. Why do that when I can lose it all? No, Bitcoin was not created by the government. Could it be that Bitcoin was created by somebody who was in government? Is that the same thing to you? Market makers, they manipulate it because they want the cheap shares. They don't want me to get the expensive shares. I'm going to hold on to my cheap shares. I don't know what the best way to extract money from the quantum bubble is. If I did, I'd tell you. I mean, you'd have to get some kind of short exposure, basically, but I just don't know what the perfect way is. There's no way to know that, you know? No person can know all that. It's not like a deterministic, falsifiable thing. I'm buying a lot. How much you're buying? $500. Oh man, this guy who I used to beef with on the internet, he was like, I'm locking in tens of shares of gains. Like, I'm sorry, what? He sent a screenshot. He was selling 10, 20 lots. Then he was like, I'm selling 100 shares a day. It's all profit. What? I was like, oh man, I've been talking to this guy. Like oh no. Shame on me, shame on me. Tens of shares, you said? Like I'm up 10,000%. I'm like, when you bought this stock, it was $1. So your investment was like a few $1,000s. He's like, I'm retired. And where you live? Where you live that you're retiring on $500,000? Good for you though, really. That's good. Retire, buddy. Retire on that investment income. Just extrapolate, you'll make, 1,000% every year. What exactly is Godel? Why don't you try it out? It's an operating system for finance. I bought some D-Wave too. I bought 1,000 shares. I bought 1,000 shares and went up 10x. I killed it. Absolutely crushed it. I'm retiring. Berkshire is done. Sorry. It's D-Wave. D-Wave, it did it. It finally put me in a retirement. Charlie would be so proud. Yesterday, I went by where some of our developers sit. They were like, I was like, how you guys doing? They're like, oh, it's been great. We're having a great day. One of my craziest memories, right? I was like 7 or something. And we were sitting, I grew up in Brooklyn. We're sitting the guy's name is Ragbe, R-A-G-B-E, Ragbe. And we were just friends. And we go to the school lunch cafeteria. And we got some food. We're sitting down, and I don't remember what it is, but it was like some kind of meat, and I was eating it, and he was eating it, and he was like, "This isn't blank, right?" I don't remember if he said beef or pork or what. He was like, "This isn't this," and I was like, "Yeah, I think it is," and he immediately just tosses it out of his mouth. He's like, "Blah." I'm like, "What's wrong with you, bro?" He's like, "No, it's my religion." I was like, 8 years old, sweatpants, Power Rangers sweatpants, New York Giants sweatpants. All I wore was sweatpants for some reason. And I was like, huh, interesting. No, yeah, maybe his real name, I don't know. But that was 𝗥𝗶𝗃𝗏. Was it haram or was it pork or is it beef? I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
But they don't serve lamb in Brooklyn elementary schools, sorry. RAGBE, R-A-G-B-E. There's no Lay's update. Lay's is a scam. That's it. There's nothing else to it. It's a scam. It's obviously a scam. Just like the rest of quantum. What's the other one? CCCX? The 4 horsemen of quantum? The 7 horsemen? Yeah, I bought a little RVMD. And Hume is still a really good short. You know what? I'll do this. It's better. Kicked off all these religious arguments. Sorry. I was just trying to have some fun. That's haram. It's not fun. It's haram. What is this chat? Sorry I did religion for 2 seconds. Never again. Never again. I've been wading into politics a little bit on my timeline, and I'm also regretting it. Yeah, Capper's coming. Capper's coming. I don't even know what date the expiry of the calls are. You're going to have to just guess. Wait and see. I like SPRB a lot more than EQ. EQ is just like a random company. I barely know anything about it, but it could be the next Abivax. So have some just in case, just to pay attention to it. Oh, Alteogen does hyaluronidase, similar to Halozyme. Interesting. I gotta start following these guys. Trades only in Korea. So you do, ticker is 196170. There it is. And the KOSDAQ. Each share is 500,000 won, which is like $400. Market cap is 23.7 trillion won. You can actually look up the KRW USD right there, or USD KRW. 1430. Now we take out our calculator. We do 23.7 divided by 1430. 16 billion market cap? Is that real? Is that real, chat? Look at this stock. It's been a rock star. I guess they got the... Yes, I'd literally rather pay millions of dollars in taxes than be in Dubai. Yes, 100%. The way I build huge amounts of wealth is through building companies. When I build a company that's worth $5 billion and I own 30% of it and I sell the company or something like that. Okay, quantum resuming its downtrend here. You got QUBT at 16. It's the lowest it's been in a while. Let's look at a chart of that, actually. I hate charts. You should never look at charts. Okay. What does this tell us? It's actually never hit its high that it hit last year. It's kind of funny. And then it had this big comeback, kind of treading water, recent rally, and it's been pretty ugly. But QUBT has cash now. Alteogen's a monster. I gotta look at this one. They're the provider of the hyaluronidase for... Cool, ChatGPT, Atlas, I like it. Looks really interesting. Going to maybe make my job a little easier. Quantum continuing to sell off here. Oklo risk on assets are selling off. Portfolio returns going through the roof as we are swashbucklingly short here. Just assuming we see continued crash in the price of these very risky kind of frontier technology companies like quantum, EVTOL, nuclear, things that kind of are a little ahead of their time probably. But the markets bid them up to being before their time, and we'll see those continue to crash, I think. I don't know if Agent can help on Godel. I'll buy a little SPRB, be on the home team here. Hold on. Market buy. What's eating some margin for me? Oh, this is, okay, let me, is it 100% margin requirement? It is 100% margin requirement. Oh, well. That's all right. I don't need margin. Sometimes that helps me. Still, I'm like $50 short. It's hilarious. No, I don't read that stuff. You mean positioning of traders or positioning of banks and their loans? Yeah, CLSQ is like, they went from NFTs to IoT to quantum. Like, stop, man. No products, no revenue. Satellite network. Satellite network. Come on. You know a satellite network? Satellite network. All this company exists to pay the CEO. That's it. Rinse retail. If you haven't figured that out by now, like, you're brand new to the stock market. Brand new. And you're gonna find out. It's cool. You're gonna get some lessons. Some lessons you will never forget. Yeah, good old offering would definitely put the nail in the coffin of quantum. It's an old book. It was a decent book for the time it came out. It's very outdated. A lot of the ideas in the book are just... If you want a way of the way people thought about thinking in the 70s with like computer science flair, he looks at logic through technology, a technological lens, and he was wrong about a lot of it. So it's a little like Kurzweil's books as well, even though Kurzweil's books are more recent. We're definitely a ClickHouse shop. I don't know if we need help optimizing it, but we do hire full stack engineers in New York City. It's not a terrible book. It's kind of like just a way of thinking about a lot of interesting topics. And it's, you know, it's certainly not like garbage or something. It's just, in a lot of ways, it's like the Taleb books where it's like, oh, this is book for smart people. And you read it and you're like, well, you're amazed if you have never been exposed to this material. But if you've been exposed to that material, you say, well, this isn't anything special. And Taleb is the same way. Like he acts like he's telling you the most magical in the world, and it's like intro to statistics. Like anybody who's read like a lot as like you don't have to even be a scholar, like just an educated person. You pick up Taleb's books and you're like, oh yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, I heard of that. But for him, he's like, you never heard of this. There was an ancient philosopher named Plato. I bet you never heard of Monte Carlo. I will teach you the concept known as skew. And it's, you know, it's all stuff that, like, if you've been around markets or academia or anything, you know, you kind of have heard it and seen it. And if you haven't, you know, it's not a bad place to start, right? I mean, you know, also I'm never going to insult somebody if, like, there are things in Taleb's books that I saw for the first time. Not many, but there are. And like his goal is to be the most well-read person. He doesn't hide that. And I think that's better. That's not a bad goal, but it's also like, what is your real, like, to what end, you know? And that's what the industrialist, applied technician, I'm looking for a word here, the practitioner. It's what the practitioner does, you know, asks. And in some ways, I mean, he wants to define himself as a practitioner, and he also wants to define himself as a scholar. And I feel like that the two are very much at odds with each other. Yeah, I mean, being a professor probably is more enjoyable to him than it is being a writer and a thinker. Trading's brutal. I mean, you guys have seen me lose my mind on live stream. Smart and trader don't go together. Being smart and being a good trader are totally at right angles. Oh, by the way, I'm saying at right angles now instead of orthogonal. I'm hoping it's going to catch on. It's kind of a cool thing. Hope you like it. Yeah, Timur, you're doing it right. I'm doing it wrong. I have to slow this account down quite a lot. I mean, like, I've promised lots of different things when we started this account, and I've broken most of those promises. And I think, you know, lower position size is probably in my best interest here. At the same time, like, I do think markets are kind of like, in unique markets, you have to sort of take unique actions. And, you know, this is like a Sorosian thing. I mean, Soros would always like say, you know, it's when you really know, you know, and I really know these quantum stocks are worthless. You know, I have an edge, you know. I waited for a long time to get this edge. You know, why not take full advantage of it? I took a lot of pain. I was down, you guys saw it. They were trying to kill Shkreli. You guys saw it. I was down 50%. They were trying to kill me. They're trying to put me away again. And I said, no, I will not give up. Everyone said, Shkreli, just put your stop loss in. Just end it. I said, no, I'm going to open this window. Not until I'm down 90%. Then I put this little Post-it note on my forehead that says bag holder. And that was the end. That was the top. Gary's the one guy that had my back. Said, cool it. He just needs some more time in this trade, okay? Let's give him a chance. He's one of our best clients. I said, thank you. Then the Swiss bankers met. I don't know. Should we give Shkreli a chance? No. French guy in the back like, maybe we should give him one more chance. Une chance. Forget wifey. Wifey came in, of course, right away. But then I had to go to big homie, little homie, auntie, my little bro, moms, my auntie, again, grandma. Yeah, ATYR, that's right. That was the exit. That's how you exit the trade right there. 23 floors. That's how you exit that trade. Thankfully, Country Dumb lived true to its name, and no animals were harmed in the filming of the stream.